Hello everyone, my name is Priyansi and we had to end the previous live because there was some internet connection problem. We'll just see if Shaludi can again join us.
Hi, Dee, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Now it's clear.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
there was
it's
some
clear.
problem with the internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So should we start again?
Yeah, so we'll start from the beginning. Everyone, my name is Priyansi and I'm a counseling psychologist. Shaludi is a guest and she is also a counseling psychologist from Mind Your Mind. We are doing this series from uh, mental health vocabulary. Today's words are taken from the American Psychological Association, APA. The previous live got disconnected due to some internet problems. So Shaludi can start straight away with the first word for today.
Okay. So the first word for today is value. First, I'll read from here and then we'll discuss. The mathematical magnitude or quantity of a variable, a moral, social, or aesthetic principle accepted by an individual or society as a guide to what is good, desirable, or important. The worth, usefulness, or importance attached to something. These are the definitions of value accordingly. So what does value means? Values are beliefs, how you have been raised and how these values are inculcated in a person and how these beliefs are given to a person according to the first we had already talked about SEER. It is socio-economic status, the social society, the environment, the education system. They all form the value system of a person, right? So there can be one value which hold more importance to you, but not be of the same caliber to the other person. It always varies from individual to individual. So if we make a list of how can we know our values? So first what we can do is make a list of all the values. You take hundreds of name and they are there as values. So it is like openness, or you can take success, creativity, calmness, compassionate, whatever. You just make a list of it and then see what resonates with you the most. Identify just 5 of them and see how they work for you. Means like you can remember which were the time when you were the most happiest in your life. Identify those things at that moment of time, what you were doing that time you were the most happiest, or you were the most proudest, or you felt like you were satisfied in life. You can ask these questions to yourself, and then you can know what was going in your life that time. These feelings were there in you, these values were there with you that made you feel this so good. So if you put and if you use them every day, those feelings that are there, those values are there, that you can use them every day, definitely you will feel like complete. You can feel like you can achieve anything in life.
Right. Right. So everyone, all those who are viewing, there's a small exercise for you that how do you identify your own values? What you can do is pick any 5 values and see how it resonates with you. Suppose if you pick honesty, then you can just remember that what were the last 5 times when you were really honest either with yourself or with others. So this is a small activity for all of you. I hope you all can try that at your home.
Yes,
Yes?
yes.
And
So
please do let us
these
know if you
values.
try it or if you need any help from our end.
Yeah, yeah. So when you identify with these values, then you know what work you want to do, which job you want to take, or would you like to accept anything that's coming in your life? Is it worth it? That will make you happy or not? So you can take decisions out of these values, and once you take these decisions, you will know that you will always honor those decisions. They are not like forced decision on you. So if they are going with your value, your decision and your values go together, you will be the happiest person.
Yes. So let's
Okay.
discuss the second word for today. It's validation. The dictionary says the process of establishing the truth or logical cogency of something. Validation is basically accepting something or understanding something. We'll talk about emotional validation today. So emotional validation is when you are understanding or accepting situation of others. Or we can also talk about self-validation, where you are accepting or understanding what feelings are you going through, what problems are you going through, acknowledging that yes, I can go through this thing, you can go through this thing. The opposite of validation is invalidation. Invalidation is basically I'm saying that whatever you're experiencing is not the right thing. You shouldn't be experiencing this way. Why are you experiencing this? Why are you saying this? This is invalidating. We don't know that what the other person is going through in their life. So we cannot say that how can we experience this? This is not a problem. Like I have also been through this. How can you take this as a problem? No. This is invalidating somebody's problem. This is invalidating somebody's experiences of life. So we'll talk about the importance of validation. Importance of validation is it brings acceptance between two people. You can accept each other more. That is better communication between two people when you are validating each other's experiences. The third one is you're showing value to the other person that yes, you matter to me, you are important to me. Then the fourth one is emotional regulation. If you are validating the other person's emotions or your own emotions, there is a chance of emotional regulation. There is high emotional regulation in you. Okay. Now we can talk about the consequences. If somebody is invalidating your experiences, then what will it do to the other person? The first one is identity crisis. When I talk about identity crisis, I cannot understand who I am. What am I doing in my life? Whatever problems I am having in my life, are they valid? Are they invalid? I'm getting that confusion in both my personal and professional life. The second one is I'm not able to manage my emotions and my mental health is deeply affected. So these are a few consequences that lead to, that can happen if I'm invalidating somebody's emotions or also my emotions. Okay. Then how do we actually validate other person's emotions? How do we validate is acknowledge. Acknowledgement is a very, very strong tool. Acknowledging others' emotions and acknowledging your own emotions as well. Yes, I'm feeling lonely. Yes, I'm feeling sad. Yes, I'm feeling angry. We usually hush them away. I can't feel lonely. I can't feel sad. I can't feel angry. I can't feel jealous. No, you can. You are a human being. So acknowledging that emotion. Secondly, acknowledging the source. From where is it coming? Who is making you angry? Or, who is making you sad? What is the source? Acknowledging the source. Then what is your body language? When you are showing validation to someone else, what is your body language? Is your tone matching to your body language and to your facial expressions as well? Okay. The last one is avoid blaming. Okay. Blaming you, because of you, I'm feeling angry. Because of you, I'm feeling sad. No. That is an invalidation of someone's experiences and feelings. Rather, avoid blaming and show empathy to the other person that yes, you can feel this way. So like there are few sentences which people usually say. So like how do we correct them? How do we change the invalidation to validation? Okay. So if somebody is sharing a problem with you and if you say, what's the big deal in that? So that's an invalidation. Instead, what's the big deal? You can say, I can see how you feel. I understand how you feel. That is how you're validating the other person's experience. Saying you are so sensitive, that is invalidating. Instead, you can say it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel vulnerable. The last one is, I don't want to hear from you. I am tired right now. So that is invalidating. How do we change it into validating sentences? I am here for you. I am listening to you. These are a few tips and tricks that how can you change your invalidating sentences to validating sentences. That is validation.
Yeah, very well explained, Priyansi. Because validation is a very important part of a psychologist, also as a counselor, also. Because the people who come to us, they are actually invalidated, and that's why the trauma is there. That's why the mental health issues come up. And when they feel satisfied in front of a psychologist or a counselor, they feel validated, and now they can feel, oh, complete. So very well explained. Thank you, Priyansi, for that.
Yes, and for our viewers to know, it's very important to validate ourselves as well. We are always into
Yes.
others. Please validate yourself as well, no matter whatever you're feeling. it's validated and you can always work on yourself. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Third
Yes.
word.
Third word for today is volunteers bias. And any systematic difference between individuals who volunteer to be in a study versus those who do not, which may potentially render to the resulting group or sample of the participant unrepresentative of the larger population. So what is volunteer bias? You can understand from the word itself. Volunteer means to volunteer something in a group, and bias means a shift. So when somebody participate in a study, and when we take people, I'll give the example of COVID vaccine directly only. How people who participated in COVID vaccine, now they were given that vaccine, and when the results were out, they said, okay, this vaccine is fine, people can take it. And so it was now given to the whole population all over the world. And there were symptoms like this vaccine did not work well, or this is not proving 100% correct. Why? Because those people who participated in this study for vaccine in the initial time, those had volunteer bias. You know what? Those people who came to the study, normally it is seen in a trend in studies also that those who volunteer for such projects, such
Yeah.
researchers, they are always from a higher socioeconomic status, because these researchers need a lot of time, and these people are, they have a lot of time, so they can come up. And because they are highly energetic and highly motivated, and they seek approval from others. So just to get an approval that, oh, I'm doing such a big deal now that I'm going for this COVID vaccine trial. So these are people who actually don't belong to the normal general population. So when these tests are done on these people, and when these tests are generalized, then the volunteer bias comes in, because these volunteers are not actual representative of the universe or the population. So this is called volunteers bias. You would add something in this?
Yeah, so like we can also take an example of, like, suppose there's a question, there's a survey which says that should children be listening to music while studying? Okay, so that's a question that is what we want to survey on. So what happens is now this question is on a particular site. Now all the students who are accessing that site will only be answering the question. So we cannot generalize this, or we cannot put it to the whole universe that okay, all the students are answering, or all the students like listening to music while attending online classes. So this is what volunteers bias is, because only a few people has access to that site, hence they will only be answering to that particular question. So that can be another example of volunteers bias.
Yeah, and Priyansi, such research biases, such volunteer biases are okay in researchers. They say they are accepted source of errors.
Yes.
These are accepted. That's why these problems sometimes, because vaccine was a big deal, so people came to know about it. Otherwise, these researchers have these kind of errors always, and they are accepted. Because every individual is a different human being. You cannot say two human beings as alike. Never ever. Even the twins are never alike. So you cannot say, okay, this for Priyansi, this is good, so it will be good for me as well. No. If this vaccine is working in some way to you, will not work the same way for me. So there the volunteers bias comes in.
Okay, so on that note, let's wrap up for today. We had discussed 3 words today: value, volunteer bias, and validation. Validation. And tomorrow we'll be back with some other words. And all those who have joined, thank you so much for joining in. It really motivates us. And please drop in your comments that how are you liking the session, if you want us to add something, or you want us to talk about something else. So thank you everyone for joining in. And yes, Shaluji, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Sorry for that inconvenience in the beginning, but we couldn't help because of the internet issues. But this was the first time happening in last 21 days.
We are not sorry for the technical glitch, because there are other things to be sorry for in our life, and that was not in our hands. So we are not sorry for it.
Yes, definitely. But we can just say for that sake,
Yes.
thank you so much everyone for joining in
Okay.
and having patience. And please do ask us question if any. If you would like to add on something, please let us know. Thank you so much and good night and ciao.